Hey everybody, happy Friday. Welcome to today's video. Today, we are going to be talking about the highly fascinating connection between your emotional state and your pain. If you have ever felt like your pain gets worse when you are stressed and then fades when you're in a good mood, like maybe your pain tends to fade when you go on vacation, maybe, right? Or on the weekend, it's not as bad as it is during the week, depending on what your weekends look like, right? But if you have noticed that, please know that you are not imagining it. Your emotions really do have an impact on how you experience your pain. So stick around and learn more, and we'll discover how we can use this to our advantage. So, as a refresher, what is pain? Pain is more than a physical sensation. It is an experience that is deeply connected to our emotions, our body, our environment, and our mental state. And it is an experience that we experience in our bodies, but it is also emotional and affects our emotions. So while we're thinking about pain like a signal, like a tissue is sending a signal, um, that's not really, that's way too simplified. That tissue equal owie, right? So whether your pain is chronic or acute, all of this applies. Chronic pain is just a place where the emotional side plays an even bigger role than acute pain. And for many of us, recognizing this connection can be a turning point in learning to manage our own pain more effectively. Okay. So I said it's not just tissue, right? Like that pain is an experience that happens in our body. So understand that our brain is interpreting a bunch of information, just like it does when we need to go to the bathroom, or we're hungry, or we're sad, or we're happy. Like that is the brain interpreting a variety of different things coming into our system. So it's not like pain is unique like that. It's just one of the bajillion things that our brain does in interpreting information that's coming up into the brain and telling us, giving us alerts. So that's why managing stress can change your physical pain, because you're changing the information that's going up into the brain, that it's deciding whether or not you're going to experience pain on the other side. Yeah. All right. You hear me say that emotions have chemical signatures, and chemicals matter to our nervous system. So a little bit more sciencey explanation means that that there are neurotransmitters in our body, right? They are the chemical messengers, and they are key players in how we experience pain. So negative emotions like stress and anxiety and anger release neurotransmitters that amplify pain, while more positive emotions can release endorphins, which are our body's natural painkillers. These chemicals help soothe the pain, and that helps manage your physical pain by managing your mental and emotional health, right? So I know everybody in pain wants to get to the root of the physical cause, but chances are, if you have been following me and listening to me and you have found me, you've done all of the physical things. And it's time to get on to checking into your emotional health and your stress levels, right? Emotions like fear, anxiety, and depression are the most common emotions that accompany chronic pain. I've said they don't have to, but can make our pain worse. For example, they cause muscle tension, right? Like fear causes you to tense up. Anxiety increases the awareness of our nervous system and therefore our pain sensitivity. And depression can absolutely sap your energy, making it harder and harder to cope. So by addressing these emotional aspects, it also addresses your pain. One of the things I really wish I had done as a younger person was when my doctor suggested I get on an antidepressant. I really wish I had listened, because it's going to depress the nervous system. It wasn't that I was necessarily lacking serotonin or dopamine, although studies have shown that we are indeed, when we are in chronic pain, we are lacking those chemicals. So while we may not fit the definition of depression, the chemicals in our body are depleted. So being on an antidepressant for chronic pain is not a terrible idea. Just saying. All right. So we hear a lot about cortisol, and that when we've got high cortisol levels, everything goes wonky. Well, stress and anxiety both release cortisol, which can intensify our pain because it's making the nervous system more aware. And so the inputs that are going up to the brain are interpreted more strictly, more like that they have more weight when we are stressed or anxious than when we are not, right? So because of that, we have to be able to deal with our own emotions. We've got to get a handle on them. We've got to untangle them. It's like we have to, because it is a key component to getting rid of the physical pain, lessening the physical pain, right? So dealing with your anxiety and stress, you're going to use things like your deep breathing, your mindfulness practices, your muscle relaxation, right? Like you're going to use these things to disrupt the stress pain cycle. If you don't know what I'm talking about, on my YouTube channel, I can teach you how to make a meditation jar. This is my Cinderella flavored one. I love it. I still use it. There's a video in my on my YouTube playlist to create a calm down jar, meditation jar. There is also a video teaching you how to do progressive muscle relaxation, and there are breathing videos below within my little world here. So go ahead and try those out. See how they help to manage your stress and anxiety. The way that you manage it is going to be different than somebody else, right? And that's important to understand. Now, pain catastrophizing has been shown in research to be the #1 indicator of suffering and disability. So not necessarily how much pain you're having, but that you are suffering an extraordinary amount, and you are probably also more disabled the more catastrophizing. I prefer pain-related worry, but it's the word that the researchers use. So it's the word that I use. Talking amongst friends here, it's pain-related worry. How much are we worrying about our lives based on our pain, right? So when we think the end of the world is coming and everything is going to fall apart, that is typically called catastrophizing, or thinking things like, I'm never going to get out of pain, it's never going to get better, things like that, right? The good news is you can change, you can break this cycle and reframe your thoughts to reduce your anxiety about your pain. And by doing so, you will improve how much you feel like you're suffering and your level of disability. By taming that, you will be able to do more. Okay. So just like we said that negative emotions can have an impact on your pain, so can positive ones. So feelings like joy and gratitude and laughter release those neurotransmitters that we're low on because we're in chronic pain, like serotonin and dopamine, which does improve your mood and lowers your pain level. So by surrounding yourself with supportive people, I'm saying it again, engaging in activities that you enjoy and practicing gratitude, those things can make a significant difference in how you're experiencing pain. If you would like to know more ways to do that, I talk about it more in depth in my blog post this week, which is on this topic of how emotions and pain connect to each other. So I'll drop the link below. And if you want more help untangling those emotions and trying to figure out what to do with them all, I created a class called Untangling Thoughts and Emotions. It is 8 weeks of content just for you to help untangle your thoughts and emotions. And I will leave the link for that in the description below. By understanding how your emotions affect your pain, you're not just learning to manage your physical discomfort, but you're gaining a powerful tool to aid in your own healing. Remember, pain isn't just about our tissue. It's about everything. It's about us, the human being. So what's one emotional habit that you can begin working on today that will improve your pain? For your homework, I want you to spend 5 minutes writing down the things that you're grateful for. Notice how these positive emotions make you feel physically and emotionally. After you're done writing down those things in that 5 minutes, I want you to reread your list and I want you to smile. I want you to smile whether you feel like it or not. And I want you to, again, think about how you feel. How is your pain? How is your stress? How do you feel within your body? And I'd love for you to tell me in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe for more tips on managing your pain and living a fuller life, and drop your thoughts in the comments. I can't wait to hear from you. See you next week.